don't forget to subscribe, or else I'll fucking kill you. What the hell is this? Oh! Sorry about that, guys. For those of you who don't know, I cloned myself a bunch of times to get this spaceship off the ground. But all my clones ended up being really weird. They kept saying subscribe or else I'll kill you. And I don't even know what people are subscribing to. But who gives a shit about them? We're on the last episode of the Tell-All. So welcome on board to Before the 9 Days, Season 7, Tell-All Part 4. The finale.
It's a no.
Now that it's starting, we get to relive the moment that Loren was broken up again. You're so fucking single. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Loren was cheating on her, and he was a major asshole. I mean, yes, I will say one thing. People say that he's this evil being, but I've never once seen him as really evil. He lied about the cheating aspect, so he's a dick. But I don't know, besides that, he's been rather truthful, and he's a disgusting human being, but goddammit, you know, he's not the worst on this show. There is plenty worse.
I don't want to end this, because I know you're so good.
Can you imagine being this worked up over somebody who had gonorrhea and could have possibly given it to you? I wouldn't be this sad over nothing. Unless if it's food that fell on the ground and I was planning on eating that food, in which case I would let the tears come out. Now we go to another break, even though it feels like we were just on a break, so f it, let's have a break. Why not? Everybody's eating again. Didn't they just eat 5 minutes ago on the last episode? Or am I just imagining this shit?
I am plopping right here. I've been sitting for too long.
Same with Brian! So everybody gets up and goes on break. Everybody gets up except for Brian because he can't stand because he has stupid fucking legs that don't work. By the way, he also has stupid fucking floppy ass fish hands that he can't use, even though it seems like he uses them all the fucking time. That piece of shit liar. Brian just can't stop lying. I've noticed he lies 24/7. So let's talk about how much Brian lies because we're on Brian's segment again. Hooray, transition. Some people are gonna say, Dee-man, you forgot about when Loren cried. I didn't forget about when Loren cried. I just don't give a f about when Loren cried.
We have some exclusive unseen moments of Brian seeing the sights before the end of his trip.
Oh, great. Never before seen footage. Okay, let's watch. Hooray! As if I wanted to see more footage of this f***ing wheelchair-bound bitch. Alright. Did he go out on a date with Faith's sister? Did she remove that mole? Good job, Faith's sister. I truly am shocked. I would never believe that Brian would do something like this. Date a lady boy. So progressive of him. I guess he keeps his best foot forward and... he doesn't keep any feet forward.
Parabéns. Parabéns. Tô com 51, tá?
This dumbass makes a big point to say that he's 50.
Tem um segredo, é 51.
Women like tall guys, don't they? But they'll never like this guy because guess what? If you can never stand, we'll never know how tall you really are. So to us, you're always going to be 3 feet.
No,
Did you have sex with her?
Yes.
Oh, hooray! We found out that he got a stinky played with, and he got it inside this lady boy's butthole, so he got some poop kernels on it. Congratulations, Brian, you did it. We knew you could use your penis. Now, for the love of God, let's never have sex with this guy again. I know I keep saying that on the show that people should never f this guy, but I'm being for real, for real. Why the f are we f***ing this guy? He should go and never again. Or we should f him so much that he comes and has that aneurysm and dies. But we're not that lucky. He's just probably gonna come and again, and he's just gonna be like, hello, hello, hello. You f***ing spooging bitch. Now dumbass Sean is trying to get Ingrid to talk shit, but Ingrid's too smart for that. She's like, I ain't gonna say nothing, it's over. This guy sucks. So Sean, shut the f fuck up. You are a fucking horrible host. The only reason why you're the host of the show is because you're a fucking producer. Otherwise, you would have lost your fucking job the first fucking tell-all. Because all you say are the same 3 fucking things. How did you feel about that?
Okay, wow, I think everybody could use a break after that.
And that's all she says. What a waste of a fucking host. And fuck you too. We see that Brian's wearing a necklace that says N, and that's N for no legs. Now Brian brings on his other girlfriend, because of course Brian has so many girlfriends, he just can't keep track of how many times his catheter gets stinky. They talk about how angry Brian gets, and look at Brian. He's trying to hush her. He's trying to silence his new girlfriend, even though everybody's saying how much of an anger streak Brian has. We all know Brian's a piece of shit. He's not happy. He's bitter, and he's gonna show the whole world that he's bitter. Not standing, because he can't, but sitting. He's gonna sit, he's gonna stew, and he's gonna be a little bitch, and he's gonna complain. And he's gonna try and say, oh, I don't lie, because everybody's asking, oh, did you lie to her? Have you lied to her? And how does he respond? He responds like this.
I could die tomorrow.
Great, but have you lied to her?
Blood clot can break off from my leg, stop in my heart tomorrow, and I'm gone.
Brian gets upset that she's wearing different clothes or that she likes to jump on the backs of weightlifters. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see why he would get upset of that. If I saw my wife on some other dude's back, yeah, I could get a little upset too. I'd be like, hey, why are you on that dude's back? What the fuck's going on here? Seriously, what the fuck, man? What do I look like? Chopped liver? I don't think so. But I can walk, so I don't have to worry about such trivial things like that. I like how I'm pretending like if you can walk, your spouse won't cheat on you. Because that's definitely a thing, right?
My girlfriend doesn't do that.
You don't know what your girlfriend does because you just started f***ing dating. So you have no idea. And wow, what a way to sound controlling. My girlfriend doesn't do that. Well, guess what? That's so goddamn possessive. Do you own this lady? Are you paying for her? Is she with you out of her own free will? Mega Chad asks Brian's girlfriend to take off her shirt. And this seems like I'm setting up a joke, but I'm not.
Go ahead, take off your shirt, showing whatever you want.
Thankfully, everybody ignores him, except for Brian's lady who's taking off her shirt right now. But we'll skip all that and get to the next part.
He going out with other girls.
So apparently, when she was visiting Brian, Brian went off to meet other females. God, what a piece of shit. So Brian's, I can tell, he would be a cheater, wouldn't he? And he'd try and justify it by, well, I ain't got no legs and I could die tomorrow. These women are gonna kill you right now. Dude, holy shit. He's a liar, a manipulator, a cheater, a predator, and he's in a wheelchair. God fucking hates you. God fucking hates you, Brian. Ingrid starts wondering why there was no pressure for this new lady to f Brian. Because Brian gave Ingrid nothing but pressure the entire time. Just, hey, you gonna f me yet? No? What about now? You gonna f me yet? And this lady, she said that there was no pressure, but my guess is that she was more willing to say yes. The difference is that Ingrid had some self-respect and didn't want that catheter to pee all up inside her. This lady, she doesn't give a f. She's like, pee in my butthole. Pee anywhere you want. Give me that catheter. I'm going to shove it up my mouth just to show you how much I love you.
Maybe she's more willing than I am.
Saying,
What the f mean than I am? Like, you can die if you have sex. Nobody's more willing than you. I mean, if somebody's like, hey, do you want to have sex? By the way, if you come, it'll extremely hurt and you can die. I'll be like, no, I'm just gonna eat some food and play video games, thank you very much. But Brian can't play video games because of his stupid floppy fish hands. So, I don't know. I guess he'll just go in the bathroom and jerk off a lot.
So why the don't I live my life every day to the fullest?
You can't even see what's wrong with you dating. And he even says, I'm not hurting anybody, but you are. Look at this lady right there. Exhibit A. She's hurt. You fucked up a lot of stuff in her life. Probably her trust, her self-worth. And she might never be able to get again. Just because any guy she gets with, she'll think of Brian. So you might have turned her into a lesbian because she can't date any other guy. And it's not because you're the best and no other guy will do. It's the extreme opposite of that.
Okay, I want to loop back in with Joey and Magda.
Now we're on the Joe and Magda section. The most boringest part, because who the cares about this couple? Joe's a happy-go-lucky people. Magda's always a bitch. I can see why Joe hides everything from Magda. God, if I fucking farted and she says, what's that? I'd be afraid to tell her it was a fart. I'd be like, no, I just stepped on Hades' squeak toy. She'd be like, Hades doesn't have a squeak toy. And I'll be like, what's that? And she'll look and I'll do like this. They asked Joe why his friends didn't come because he told them all not to come.
Is there anything that you were worried that they would bring up?
And he's just there like, no, man. You can tell he's sweating. And Sean wouldn't ask this unless if she has dirt on you. And dirt she had. So she starts shoveling that shit right in your face. And she's like, well, here's some never before seen footage. Hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully Magda really enjoys. And we get to see that never before seen footage. And what is it? Oh, it's another girl that he had sex with who's on his friends list. It's that bitch. Yeah, that's right. He fucked her.
Have you ever hooked up with Joey?
Yeah.
And this guy's right beside her, and he says, I hooked up with Joey too. So everybody at that party has hooked up with Joey, and they had his fluids in or around their mouth, every single one of them.
Did you have some intimacy with Stephanie?
They literally just said he had intimacy with Stephanie. What the are you asking for? And Joe, he's hoping that gets lost in translation. He's like, yeah, we hooked up, and by that I mean kissed. Oh, it was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now she's taking a and it's all in my head, and it's all in my head, and she's taking this just now. I don't know the words to that song. Sorry, that's embarrassing for everybody involved.
So not just a kiss then.
It took Tigerlily way too long to process this information. I think she's a robot and she needs a reboot. That's the only way to explain her whole entire characterization change, is that fucking dumbass Mega Chad put in a brand new floppy disk inside of her, downloaded whatever was on it, and out came this. Whatever the that is. Jesus Christ. I can't believe, like, your parents probably look at you and they think, man, I'm really proud of this, and I don't know why they would. Joe stays silent for way too long. Loren says, what you should do is make a list of everybody you slept with and then just give it to her. And I'm thinking, God, how many people did Loren sleep with? It's weird, because I have two ideas. It's either going to be a really long list, or it's going to be a list of the person who gave him gonorrhea and like one other person. So it's going to be super short or super long. I don't know. Who's out here f***ing Loren? No, who is out here f***ing Loren? If one of y'all f*** Loren, comment down below. I really want to know, because I got a few questions. One, how many pills do you have to take now to get rid of whatever he gave you? That's the first question. And the rest, I'll follow up when we talk.
Joey, you had sex with Stephanie and Jill.
Give my boy a moment of silence. For her, he's not gonna live much longer. Oh no, Joe, you're in so much trouble. Jesus, he's not gonna hear the end of this, and I already can tell. Like, Magda's the type, she's gonna say, oh, well, if you just tell me, or if we just talk about it, but then if you do actually tell her and talk about it, the conversation will go exactly the same way that it would have went if you didn't talk to her or tell her about it. So I know people like this. I've seen and been with people like this. They're like, you just have to talk to me. And then next time you talk to them, and they still get angry. It's like, dude, there's no fucking winning. I mean, Granted, my situations is never, hey, look at all my friends, I f***ed them all. It's a bit different, and I can understand that whenever you're f***ing your friends, I can understand your significant other then doesn't want you to be with your friends anymore. It's not that hard of a situation to understand. Oh, what do y'all think? You think that you can still be friends with your friends after you f*** them if your significant other isn't okay with it? Let me know down below.
And we have reached the end of 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days, the couples tell all.
Yeah! We did it! The show's finally over, guys! We did it! We survived the entire season of Before the 90 Days, Season 7. Holy shit! We were there since the beginning. We saw these people. We saw change happen. Very little change. We saw storylines unfold. We saw drama happen. And now they all get to go home. Oh, it's still going. God damn it. All right, fine. What's going on? We see Joe. Okay, he wants to leave. Okay, Loren's talking shit about Joe. You know you're in a bad place when Loren's talking shit about you. Oh, God. Brian demands a hug. Vanya, I hope you took a shower 20 times after that hug, or else, I don't know, you might wake up in the morning and your legs will feel all wobbly, your hands will start turning into fish.
Are you okay?
I am.
Vanya tries to talk to Joe before he leaves, probably planted there by the producer, but Joe says, that I ain't talking, and he jets the f*** on out. That's right. Goodbye, Joe. I'm sorry that you'll have to be in this argument for a very long time now, but it's fine. Magda really wants to come to America, so she'll forgive you.
That was crazy. That was a lot.
Veah, breathing is a lot for you. Shut the f. Wait, everybody had something to say about something, and it's just bullshit. They're just all blah, 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 blah. I learned this, I learned that, and then Tigerlily starts talking about how she hasn't learned shit. Because she fucking hasn't! God! I'm sorry. I'm just so happy that we're done with this fucking bitch and I never have to see her again. And that makes me so goddamn happy. And I swear to God, I'm squeezing this cup a little too goddamn hard. So let's calm down. We never have to see Tigerlily again. That's the biggest plus of this whole entire thing. So what did we learn this season? What was the main takeaway that we can all take home with us? I guess it's not to judge people on what's on the outside, and that you can still be a big ass bitch if you're in a wheelchair. And I say not to judge people on the outside, but I'm gonna follow that up with that people who look like penises usually are penises. Anyway, guys, this is Dee-man Johnson III reminding you that I'm proud of you and you're doing a great job no matter what, so I am jetting. It's been a great time. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do next week. I mean, knowing 90 Day Fiancé, the new season probably comes out next week, so maybe I got that going. I don't know. Y'all tell me below, what do you want me to cover? Stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm just so happy to be done, honestly. That makes me the happiest. Just doing these people nonstop. It's fine, but not looking at Brian. I'm just so happy I never have to see Brian again. And if he's ever on the show again, I don't know, man. I might just have to skip his portions. Because Jesus Christ, what a manipulative son of a bitch gaslighter. I fucking hate this guy and all he stands for, all he sits for, and everything. Alright, guys. I'm gonna do that thing where I disappear in the floor again. Whatever. Drink coffee.